Good evening. It's Tuesday. I'm just going to give it a minute to let people jump on. Checking all of my things. I am so happy that it's another Tuesday. We get to chit chat and we get to craft. I hope everybody's staying warm. It was what was it? A heat wave today. It was 28. Woohoo. Nice and warm. But I guess it's supposed to get a little warmer, right? Hopefully we're all done with got a spot on my hopefully we're all done with snow. What do you think? What do you think? I was very happy to read that the hello. I was very happy to read that the groundhog is 90% wrong most of the time. So he saw a shadow, but he could still be wrong. So that made me a little happy. Hi Tony. Thank you. Thank you. I've been down here so long that I took a sip of my tea and it's cold. And I didn't have time to go up and warm it up. Yes, I'm so happy to be back. So happy. Testing last week went fine. Can't find anything, so we'll count that as a blessing and move on. So, hi Sandy. Yay, glad everybody's coming in. Sandy, I am not doing what I planned to do tonight. I'm doing something totally different. So, I got a box of goodies and I really hadn't had a chance to get into it. So when I got into them tonight, I went down a totally different path. But I think this will be fun. And then so I already know what I'm doing next week. Excuse me. And I have another thing that I've been trying to work on and I finally got my stuff. So the sweet bugs. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at all those dies. Look at all those cute bugs. And the paper. I showed you the paper last time I was on, maybe. If not, I'll show you again quick. It is so much fun. We used it in class a little bit um, last Wednesday. So, but I mean, it's just cute. How can you not just love those bugs? And this paper over here. Oh, mamma mia. I mean, I just can't get enough. So I have a wonderful card to show that will hopefully will show the bugs, and we'll do another stamp set and dies to go with it so that you can use it because not everybody likes bugs. So another thing that I just got that is a pre-order for demonstrators is the Ladybug Picnic 3D embossing folder. So there's ladybugs in there. See that? It's so cool. And I'm a ladybug girl. One of my daughter's nurseries was done in ladybugs, so I am all about the bugs, all about the ladies. So we'll be using that next week too, I hope. So, all right. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm just going to show a little thing. I am reading a little bit because I don't want to forget anything. So they just released the virtual album retreat dates. So it'll be April 29th through May 1st. It's a 3-day virtual event. Where they go through the step-by-step process of creating a 10 spread album using the virtual album retreat Happiness is Here kit. I don't know if the kit's been released yet. I don't think so. If it has, I'll put it in my newsletter coming out this week. And then don't forget your bonus coupons. We can start redeeming them. So when you go into order, there's a place for coupons or codes. That's where you would put it. You'd put it right in there on the checkout page. As always, if you want to join our Golden Heart Stamper team, There is a joining incentive. Stampin' Up! Has come out with a, it's similar to the Stamparatus. It's a stamp positioner, but it doesn't open and close. There's no hinge on it. So that will also be in my newsletter, but I'm happy to have you join my team and have some fun. Um, the team isn't my fault, but I hope to get team meetings and stuff going very soon. I know I say it a lot. Um, all right, did I get all of that? I think I did. Bonus day coupons, that's a must. That's a must. Whoops, I don't need that to come up. All right. Starting May 8th. Okay, thanks, Tony. So the virtual scrapbooking kit, May 8th. All right. All right. So let's go down. I get excited and show my face so I don't. Whoa, no, we don't want that. What do we want? We don't want that either. I don't want that. Oh, wait, maybe it's over here. Sorry, guys. Um, I don't want a split screen. I don't want that. Ah, here I am. Woohoo! Whoa. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, don't you hate when things get all mussied up? All right, maybe you can't see my face tonight because we don't want to show camera switcher window. Nope, because I'm doing that. Why do we have... All right. Okay, well, no face, I guess. I don't want to... I want to respect your time and stuff. And so, oh, if you saw, if you saw my background here, you see that I've switched my desk back to the way it was a long time ago, a couple years ago. So we had a lot of extra stuff come into my craft studio basement. And since the kids have been gone, my corner has turned into the whole basement. Well, we have some stuff back. So I'm back to trying to keep it in the corner, but that's not a bad thing because I was getting way too much stuff. So I was happy to go through my stuff, and so I've rearranged some things, and plus it'll motivate me to keep that organized and picked up back there. So that'll be good. That'll be good. And having a huge stamp sale at my house this spring because there's a lot of stuff I have. So, all right. So if you look on page 17 in the mini catalog, this is the cover. Okay. There is a Love Note 6x6 paperback, mix and match designer series paper. And it is so much fun. And I thought it was more of a, oh, the pocket memories and more. I thought it was more like that, but it's not. It's, I think that it's more designer series paper feel, not not like a heavier paper feel. So I was very, very, very surprised and very happy to have some fun with it. So I haven't made Valentine's in a very long time. So stay with me though. Don't leave just because you don't have kids and you're not making Valentines. How much fun is this to surprise people at work? Just a little note, something small, inexpensive, you know, just a happy Valentine's Day. Maybe you're the only one who gave them a Valentine that year. You know, that would be such a blessing to them. So I'm going to show you how to conserve some paper, some cutting, and then these things, they're $12.50 each, but you get 8 each of 6 double-sided designs. there is a ton in here, an absolute ton. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think I used one. So there's little and they're 3 by 3, or they're 1.5 by 3, double-sided, of course. And I've cut into a bunch, and I will show you all of them. So here's the next. We just click. Isn't that great? I've also moved my seating, so I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. My camera is on this side, and it's not usually there. Hey, I fixed it. Not really, it just kind of fixed itself, I think. I'm over here pointing so you can see me and you couldn't. um, Gotta go this way. So you have the 4 separate standalones, and then they're the same pictures, just adding some titles. So that's fun. Nice little space for a title on a scrapbook page or a card front, sending hugs, happy heart day. Again, a little journaling spot, and some more little journaling spots and some hearts. This one is amazing. That is so pretty. Even if you cut it down to just a little bit of the pink. And I didn't tell you the colors. Azure Afternoon, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Real Red, and Black. So you put Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, and Flirty Flamingo, and I tell you, you can use any cardstock color with this stuff. It'll all match. This is my favorite. We're using some of that here today. And then here's some stripe. Azure Afternoon gingham. Who doesn't love a gingham no matter what color it is? And then here's some, we're going to use this today, and the regular old hearts. Because I got to tell you, I'm not a big Valentine's Day. The kids don't make them anymore, obviously. So, what's a girl to do? So I started playing around, and we started cutting up paper, and how much fun, just trying to get rid of stuff. How much fun is that? So first of all, for those that may be cutting lots and lots of Valentines, if you have a 12 by 12, let me raise us up a little bit. There we go. If you have a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock and a very brand new blade on your cutter, like I do, it's so easy. So I'm going to cut this in half. Okay. Oops. And I'm going to cut it in half again because I didn't go all the way down. Now I'm going to get rid of that cut. And now I'm going to oh, I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. I lie. I lie like a rug. So much for making it easy for you. Yeah, now I'm going to take 3. And then 3. So there's 2 cards. Okay. So I'm going to take the next 6, or the next 6 by 6. I'm going to score it. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to score it at 3 on one side, and then cut it at 3 on the other side. And there's 2 more. Okay. So the way I was going to show you, hi Jean, oh my gosh, so glad you're here. I loved your chat GPT person. Oh my gosh, I giggled when I saw it. It was so you. It was so darn cute. Couldn't take it. I haven't done it yet. So we're going to score it 3, turn it once, cut it 3, score it 3. Whoops, get that dark blade out of the way so you don't cut. It happens to us all. You got to do it at least once so that you might learn. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 from a 12 by 12. All right. So, and these will go into the little envelopes as well. So you could, you know, you were just gonna make our own and it will be fun. All right, so there's that. So if you want, we'll take this one and I'm just going to put a little, gonna go right up to the edge there. Okay. Then I'm just gonna put that right on there. So just like that. I know you hate to cut. You hate to cut into it because then you're cutting both sides. All right. So now these things are adorable. They're in the annual catalog and they are great. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can get them to focus. They are hearts, different colored hearts, and look at little itty bitty envelopes. See those? So we're going to just decorate a little bit here and there. And I like to do it just simple, simple, simple. Take a little dot, put it on your paper, cardstock, pick a heart, put it down, up. So then we're going to do it again over here. Pick a heart. Okay. And we got to do it in threes. So I think we'll take a white one this time. Ah, my sticker's too sticky, so I got to use my little piece of sticky. It's too sticky. Okay. If you rather have some, hi Jules, thank you for joining us. If you rather have some bling, you can always do the rhinestone jewels, which are always my fave. I'm going back to basics this year. Those are my faves. The little pearls are my favorites, iridescent pearls. I love them. There are on this page, maybe not right on page 17, but it shows them on page 17. They're different colored bling for this. And let me see if I can find it for you. Yeah, let's see. Beautifully adorned daily like Easter time. Nope. Embellishments. Um, Pearlized faceted circles, page 25. Yes. So right here, right there on page 24, they are adhesive, 120 adhesive backed pieces, 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, calypso coral, petal pink, and white. And how perfect, how absolutely perfect this is. Hey, Lori, so excited to be back. So glad you're here. So happy. All right, so this is kind of, it's not like pop out at you, but it's very simple. Happy Heart Day, done. There's one. This one is the same idea. Don't worry, we're going to make another couple. And it's the same paper. And this paper, let me see if I can find one all put together. This paper is my favorite. It is absolutely every favorite color of mine in the world. So this is 6 by 6. You have a little trim. It's about 2 inches. And when you flip it over, it has the hearts Happy Valentine's Day, love. So it's 2 and 7/8 by 2 and 7/8. I did these squares so that we could have just a little bit of I'm going to change this up, a little bit of a frame around it. All right, so now petal pink is not in this, but golly, I need some petal pink in my life. So we're going to cut at 3, and then we're going to cut, oops, sorry. We're going to cut at 6. All right. And then we're going to score at 3. So again, we have a little 3x3 card, and we're going to put this, now I feel like I need to be a little lower. Sorry. And we're going to put this 3x3 DSP on top of the card. And the card bases are light in color, so you don't really have to put anything inside. You can just write right on there. You don't have to put anything inside. Obviously, the kids are not going to care. They just want their Valentine and their party and whatever they can get. Okay, now, oh, thought I lost it. So this one is sending a hug. And let me see where that one is. Oh, mamma mia. Hmm. Oh, I bet you it's on there's one that says love me more, love you more. And my daughter that's in Alabama always, calls and says, love you. And I always say, love you more. So, this is this is the 6x6 one. And I just did the sending hugs. So I made it a little smaller, about 1/4 inch on either side. And then I did the dreaded ripping. Okay. So I just ripped it. Okay. Because I did the cutting the triangle in that one. So I wanted to do something different, and I ripped this one. And again, making it simple. I didn't want to get out my dies, especially if you're doing them for the kids. They're just, the parents get more excited about them, if I remember correctly. I was always excited to see, um, the kids stuff. They didn't really care too much, but all right. So then we're gonna put a little bit. Am I in the? Okay, good. So there's one. We'll get a darker color. 2. And then I think like right in here, you got to see this envelope. It is so cute. There is a direction though, because there's a heart on it. So you want to make sure that the heart is right side up. You can't really see it on the camera, but you can definitely see it in person. All right, so there's 2. Isn't that great? All right. So now we're going to go with just the non-conventional color, and I'm trying to find, here it is. So here's Love You More, Be Mine. Here's the littler 1.5 by 2, 1.5 by 3. Sorry. You remember, I am not a mathematician. I'm here to tell you. So journaling, you'll see this one on the next card that I do. I use this. Doesn't that look like a plaque or a decor that hangs? Keep that in mind. And then on the other side, it's just, there's a Be Mine in here, and this one's just plain. Love You More, it's just plain. And then you have a to and from, some journaling if you wanted to, put it on a tag or something and make the tag, so many things. I was working on some tags as well. So that's where I got that. So we are going to do a little non-conventional this. Okay. But we're not going to make it a card. We're going to make it an envelope. So this, my mother brought to my attention from Brenda Quintana. So let's see what she calls them. Quick Valentine treat envelopes. So it's with a 6x6 piece. I just used the all the bits from the 6x6 paper pack here. I used the hearts and the envelope. This is retired ribbon, but this ribbon is my favorite. So I just put it back there and mounted some black cardstock, like a plaque. And then I used just another piece to seal the deal, to seal the envelope. Now you can see the back of it. Again, depending on what you don't have to do it that way. It doesn't bother me, but I know that it would bother some. So, and then I just did this to show you, I put a gift card there. You could put gummies in here. I think she had the Harborough Bears on there, Brenda did. And I just put this on with a glue dot and I stamped just for you. And that, funnily, because I had my paper pumpkin on my desk, is from this month's paper pumpkin. And then the hearts are actually from, again, it was on my desk, so I just used what was on my desk, the sweet jar. So the hugs or the hearts were from that. So that's how I put that together, just with what was ever on my desk. It is cute. Yes, you could. You're right, Tony. You could put it on cardstock. Absolutely. So I'm going to show you, with Brenda Quintana's help, how to make these envelopes. All right. So you have the 6x6 paper, and this is actually the back of the hearts. So the hearts are going to be on the inside here. Okay. You're going to use your scoreboard. Now, you all know, if you don't know, you'll know now. I'm not a mathematician, so I don't like to count I'm trying to get it so you can see there we go. I don't like to count my little ticks, right? So I took the tutorial and I set up my ticks. The first ones are 3 7/8 right there, and then 8 1/8 right here. All right, so these come with, I think they come with some, and I believe you can order extra, or you at least could at one time. Okay, this one's here because this is the 6-inch line diagonal that you're lining your paper up to. So that's why that's there. And then we're going to turn it to the next diagonal, and then we're going to go to 4 3/8, which is right here, and 7 5/8, which is right here. So I took 2 seconds. I used my handy dandy nice ruler, put it in here so that I could count and knew which line was which, because the scoreboard doesn't have all the extra ticks. So my pink ruler does. All right, so you're going to you're going to go diagonal, top to bottom, on the 6-inch line. Okay, that's key. And then you're going to score at 3 7/8. So that's this one. So what I do is just find my my groove, and don't move that, because that's what happens. And then I am going to just score it right through here. Now, DSP makes noise when you break the fibers, and if you press too hard, it will cut the DSP. So please be careful. All right, so then the next one is 8 1/8. So that's right here. You're going to put your stylus in the groove, and then you're just going to score there. All right, so you have the two sides. You're going to rotate it so that you're on the next diagonal, lining up at the sixth, I want to say the sixth, the 6-inch groove. All right, and then you're going to go to 4 3/8, which is here, and you're going to go over that and do the same thing, and then the 7 5/8, which is here. Find your groove and gently go there. All right, you can sort of see it's an envelope, and here's your folded papers. I hope that made sense. All right, the key is the 6-inch groove is what you want to go to on the diagonal. Make sure the top and the bottom down here are lined up in the groove. Then you're just going to measure what she told you, but just be careful because you're not going to have there's not going to be paper here until you get down into here. But it's much easier. It's even easier than a envelope board if, it's a 6x6. I'm sure it changes a little bit. All right. Now, you're going to fold and score all your lines. Now, on an envelope board, you press you I'm sorry, you score, and then you push down on it, and it cuts these where it overlaps. There's little triangles where it overlaps. You don't have to do anything with those. Now see, I have a little tear here. I'm going to hide that. Nobody will see it because well, maybe let's go this way, because it's going to fold over that way. So you can have a longer envelope and go this way, okay? Or you can do the traditional one and it goes this way, okay? We'll do traditional. So how I did it is I decided what was going to be my front, and then I folded in the sides, okay? And then I'm just going to put a little thing of glue right down here, and then I do put some glue on that triangle extra, and that's just because I don't want it to fold out. Okay, and then we're going to fold up, and then we're going to make sure that that's nice and secure and stuck. Okay. Oh, my mother made it. Yay! And she was able to comment. Nice. All right. There's your envelope. Now you can round this corner off if you so choose to. I go with the easier the better. That's my jam. Oh, it does say on the tutorial you can cut away the triangles, but you know what? I didn't, and it didn't make or break or make any other. It didn't cause me any trouble. How about that? Because it just brings it up a little higher. But if you wanted to cut those triangles out, it would just make it you want to do this before you adhere it, but it would just take it out like that. So you would just cut along the score line here. And when it's open and you're not, and you can see them all, you could cut them all out just like that. But again, it didn't bug at all. And there it is. Just gave it a little bit higher opening. All right. So now I'm going to do the Be Mine. And I'll find my cutter. Now we know it's going to cut right at 3. And we could make it super, super easy and just put it on there like that. But that's not us, right? So I am going to cut a little bit down. I'm not really measuring. Maybe a 1/2 inch. Give or take. That looks a little off. There we go. I'm right-handed, but the way I moved my desk, everything's to the left because the oops, this way. Nope, that way for you guys. The plug and everything is over there, so it's all over the place. Who knows? Who knows what we can do? All right, so we can take this and we could mount it on the Azure Afternoon. You could have taken a circle punch and just cut that out. I mean, we could try that because I just thought of that. Okay. So this is 2 1/4 circle punch. It's just the one I grabbed. So I like to get it where I want it and then punch. Okay, and I'll just save this for another because I do want to. All right. Now you can get, you know, we can get a little crazy. Um, this is my this is my I always get favorites, like, and then it's hard for me to give them up. So this is the silver and white organza ribbon. I love this. I just love it. So I think what we'll do is just make a simple cut here. And I'm just folding the ribbon over on itself and then cutting middle to corner. And then it gives you that banner. Okay. I am going to just put a glue dot under where the circle's going to go. There. And then I am going to use dimensionals. I thought I had some out, but I might have put them away. Oh, I did. And I'm going to put them on the top and on the bottom here because I want it to go over the okay. And there you go. So you can keep it this way, keep it simple, quick, or, you know, I like to open up my bling on the side so that I can put it back easier. So we're just gonna open the side of it and then this will come out. And I am going to use a big one up here. And then we'll use a little one here and here. Now again, you can make it as quick and or as fancy as you'd like. All right. This is just something quick. And then you can put the obviously this, well, this one may work. It still has the just for you and the, so you could put that in there. This is 4 by 3 2/8. No, 4 and an eighth. 3 and an eighth. 3 and an eighth. I hope that's right. 3 and 2 ticks. So it's a 3 and an eighth. We're going with it. Anybody want to correct my math, feel free. I will not be offended. All right. You could put a tab on here so people could pull it out. I don't have any candy, but let's see. I have so this is a tea bag. You could, a tea bag is about the size of a fruit snacks or something, so the tea bag goes in there. Um, whatever you could, I mean, if you wanted to, you could make one that matched, and then you could put your Valentine in there. But isn't that so much fun? I love simple, fun things, and they don't look simple. They look, they're still nice and clean and just, I don't know. I love them. I love them. Oh, who thumbs downed me? I'm so sorry. Oh, did I make somebody upset? I'm sorry, thumbs down. Maybe they meant thumbs up. Let's hope. Let's hope they meant thumbs up. All right. So what does everybody think? We have lots of great ideas, and I will come back and make regular size cards. Not the 3 by 3 cards for Valentine's. These are the 3 you know, these are what I made tonight. This is a sample. And again, I just put this on the back. You could do washi tape. You could just do a strip of paper. For this one, I don't know what I would do. I guess you could do Happy Valentine's Day or love, and you could just cut it real close. This is really nice because there's a heart, this is just a card front. Very simple. You could put it on an embossed white frame over the cardstock, and that would be very simple and very elegant with the embossed cardstock. So there's so much, and you could just use what you have nearby, like you just, use what you have nearby. What did I do? Oh, I had my this stamp just for you was nearby. The hearts were nearby. And I always keep, where is it here? I always keep scraps of white. So this was just a scrap. Um, this was just, well, no, that was a thingy. But, use your scraps up, be not frugal, but just use what you have, Sometimes I like to challenge myself. Just put, you know what? This is what I want to use today. I want to use this paper. And I just figure out what matches, what goes with it. I put what I have down on my desk, and you know what? That's what I have to use. And sometimes it takes all the extra guesswork out of it because there is so much. We can get easily overwhelmed with all the stuff and all the things. And if you just use what you have within arm's reach, and that's what you got. And I have to tell you, there is so much in here. I mean, you'll never use it all. Yeah, I would have to, I think I'll probably have to do a shaker card with all of it. But I tell you what, those those envelopes are just too darn cute. That's why I bought it, because I love the envelopes. So, all right, everybody. Well, I'm sending hugs to you. I hope to see you next week. There's just so much to share. So I will be back. Um, I think we can do one more Valentine. Maybe I'll do some regular size cards with this 6x6 paper, and then a card that we made in my class last week. It was a Z fold, and it was so cute, and I loved it. So we have that to do as well. And then we got to get into our bugs. I'm so excited. There's so much to share. So I hope everybody had fun and learned something. That's my goal, and just to come and meet with you all. So thank you so much. I will see you next Tuesday. Have a great weekend.